So, how we say, we outside. No, but I'm in the little location. Wait a minute. And yeah. Hold on. Ooh, okay. So today is my son's 6th birthday. I'm just thankful that he made it. You know, a young black male. Gotta grow up in this crazy world. You know, with a mother that's operating a single. I don't know. I guess I still don't want to call myself single. And definitely unmarried. um, I ain't trying to be funny, but I definitely still don't feel like I'm what you call unhitched. Seriously, that's feelings. That doesn't mean that I'm not. But yeah, it's his birthday today. I mean, yeah, today, and I just woke up celebrating him, of course, and we celebrated him yesterday. We went to where did we go? Celebration Station. We tried to go to Safari Nation, but it was closed on Tuesdays of all days, Tuesday. And I don't know how I didn't catch that. Well, I didn't read to find out. But yeah, that part. And excuse me. So I'm outside a little later than I usually do. It's only like what, 5 something. 5:14, but of course it's gonna get darker sooner than later because of the time change. But it's actually feeling good. It's definitely warmer than it has been. So we went there and we're supposed to go another place, another location tomorrow, and that's gonna be that, you know. And this one is specifically designed for homeschoolers, so I'm incorporating that into learning and stuff like that, which is great. But yeah, and I asked him, I said, "Have you had a decent birthday? You enjoy it?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I know you haven't gotten calls and stuff from so-called family and stuff like that. Um, but know that me and your brother, we love you and we celebrate you. And we here for you and with you." And, you know, a lot of it, of course, is because I don't communicate with my relatives and stuff like that. So it's no need in y'all calling. But stuff like that just got me to thinking, like, a lot of times in the black community, people wait. Like, well, I did hear that rapper, what's his name, Young Dolph or whatever, he done got killed just going to get some cookies or something, picking up something for his mom that was in his own so-called community or whatever the case may be. Coming back, going to the little shops. Baby, you better get you some DoorDash. So, you know, somebody got him or whatever. Anyway, not to go deep on that, but it's just another reminder that in the black community amongst ourselves, we want other people to treat us fairly and equally, but even amongst ourselves, we don't even stick together. If that's what I'm saying, if it was the case of supposed to be a skin issue as opposed to a sin issue. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. They're not treating you like family and stuff like that. So, and of course in my case, yeah, my neighbors to the left went to the hold on, they to the right when I'm in the house. But yeah, and I don't have none to the left except for, you know, you gotta go across the street. But neighbors to the left, neighbors to across, they don't treat me like family. They don't treat me like kinfolk. They don't treat me well. So I'm not wrapped up in. That's why I could never get wrapped up in, you know, the black or white thing. Actually, when we went yesterday to take my son to celebrate, it was more white folks that was more kind to me and, you know, treating me. It was an older white man, as a matter of fact. You know, I know he for a fact he'd been around in the times where people people you know, have been racist and stuff. Now I did hear him refer to somebody as a boy. I don't know if the person is black or white, but he didn't mistake. I mean, he didn't not mistake. He didn't mishandle me and my children yesterday. We rode with him a couple of times for some reason. I know it's alignment, but we rode with him, and he was straight. And as a matter of fact, when I got in the car with a black female, she was more of a nastier type, and she was like agitated about something because the way she was just driving, internally. So anyway, so can't get into that, but look more into the Tamir Rice or Tamir or Tamir. I don't know how to say his name right. Case, and I seen that, and it was crazy how they just pulled up and just start shooting. That's devastating. That's a 12-year-old boy. Somebody said he looked like he was about 20, and that right there would bother me because you can have a teenager, but somebody can mistake him for a grown man and feel threatened and feel intimidated or whatever. And then he can, what I'm saying, he can get killed just because of his height and his size and his stature and stuff like that. That's not good. But the other part of it that I seen was, what about the fact that he was out there playing with a fake gun out somewhere, you know, at some location or whatever. He wasn't at home. He looked like he was out there by himself, just pulling it out. Why don't people come together in the community first to, instead of doing a GoFundMe or a settlement after somebody's death, why don't y'all pay people that money while them people are still alive, while them kids are still alive? Kids or people, but kids mainly for me, are still alive, and contribute to their well-being while they're alive. Why wait till to do a GoFundMe so we can ease the mom? So most of the time it's just the mom by herself because the dad left the mom behind. Didn't see Tamir's dad anywhere. But why do that and pay for their suffering after the person dies, instead of trying to do more contributing to? Y'all take that money out so quick when it's a funeral, but don't nobody be quick to take money out when somebody's alive and well and stuff like that. It's like you don't want them to live. That's my take, that's my perception, that's my view on it when people do a lot of these GoFundMes. And again, the ones that's geared towards burying kids or easing a mother suffering after she's lost a son. And definitely this is something that's passionate for me, and it is a touchy subject because I have two black sons. Thank God this one made it to 6 years old, and of course we not in no shootout type stuff like that, but we be in some absolute spiritual warfare, and a lot of it come from they own so-called bloodline and bloodlines at that, not just their dads, but even some of mine. And even the people that I'm familiar with have just spoken over my kids. Oh, he gonna be that one. No, y'all gonna be that one and that two and whatever else. As far as when you're speaking about my son. So you're not speaking life. You pretty much speaking death over him. The devil be bound and it backfire, and the Lord and Satan, the Lord rebuke you. You operating in the mouths of people that's familiar to me and trying to get me to agree with that? Oh, absolutely not. So anyway, yeah, null and void canceled. Turn to the sender, who the mouths that it came out of. Maybe y'all is gonna be that one, and now that I have removed myself from one of the ones that have said it, I ain't in that number. But anyways, not trying to speak death on anybody, but it's stuff like that just irks me. The GoFundMe's, they want y'all to. No, we rather you. It's just seeming to me like they're sending a message. We rather you go ahead and lose a son or lose a loved one or something like that, and we'll help you out when, because basically the less they feel like it's weight to carry or whatever, but the less the better. And I'm like, that's just not of God to me. Now, I'm not going to say what this, God allowed it, but that's not of God as far as because a life is here and y'all rather that person to get murdered or taken or snuffed out or whatever before y'all be willing to help and be helpful and beneficial in the community. That's the part. So, I just be like, you know what? As a mother, I'm going to have to cut back on certain stuff, and it is what it is. I'm learning how to budget and do well. Now this year I've been able to. Even last year I was able to do better than previous years. But I don't know what's gonna come in 2022. Lord willing, I live to see it, and hopefully I will and continue to be here with my kids, my boys. But even if my daughter, and I don't even say if, but I'm gonna say when my daughter needs me and wants me to be there with her, not even just need, but actually wants to spend that time. But yeah, I'd rather not have a GoFundMe. I'd rather have the lives of my children, even though it is tough trying to raise them as operating as a single person and stuff like that. I'd rather have their lives. Like their lives are meaningful to me. So I don't know. So, part of me, of course, feels like and knows that a lot of people want me out the way so they can get their hands on my children. Of course, learn and like try to take out some of the stuff that I've already taught and trained them on. But want me out the way because either they feel like I'm a weight that they're carrying or whatever. I don't know. Some have called me their downfall. Others have called me just, all types of stuff. That's not what I call myself. That's not what I refer to myself as. That's not what I believe God calls me. He calls me blessed, and He made me fearfully and wonderfully made. So I don't get into all that, but they should have strong feelings of me. They feel strongly in a negative way about me, and I really don't be caring. But when it comes to I have to speak up for myself and my children, that part kind of hurts me and breaks my heart. It's like, damn, y'all will not help me while I'm alive to stay alive and to contribute. Y'all just want to try to sabotage. And especially because I do not conform and won't do that stuff that they got going on. And a lot of times I'm not even going to compromise on certain stuff. So, it is what it is. So that's what I'm on here today. And then it's just been a drama-filled past 3 days or so. So this is my first time getting on. I wanted to get on yesterday or the day before because that whole Danny Lay and the baby drama, and oh my goodness, that it was triggering and it was just crazy. I have my opinions about the whole matter or whatever. I feel like the baby even said it in one of his arguments. Oh no, don't make this. This ain't a sexist thing, because he kept saying she crazy, she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and that is what a lot of men and males call women. They say they're crazy instead of trying to admit that, oh, I slept with her, I was with her, and I was making her feel and think that we were gonna be together, and now she just my certified side. What? Wait, what? The devil be bound. He was just saying everybody else knows but she don't know, and she don't like that. So, I mean, who signs up to be certified side B? No. And just going back to the vision where I had from years ago when I did get involved with my boy's dad, he was, like I said, he was living with somebody, and so that could make it appear that I'm a side, this, that, and the third, whatever, or I'm messing with a man that's already involved. The vision that I had showed me that I left out and he chased me. Now, granted, that might not change stuff if I took the bait or if I let him chase me and catch up, but that's not me. I don't feel like that's me acknowledging and signing up for us as a side chick. And I, in fact, said outside of the vision and the dream, not dream, but the vision, I was like, oh, I'm not a home wrecker. Oh, well, you can be a home helper is what he said, but I'm not here to help you in that girl's home and this, that, and the third in that household. Now, granted, right now I feel like I am having to be of certain service because I'm taking care of my kids and he off doing whatever. And that's why I said I don't feel like I'm unhitched at all. So don't get it twisted. But I don't, like I said, I didn't sign up. I want to be somebody's one and only. I've always wanted that for myself. I don't want to be, and if we was to link up with somebody, I want to be a part of the decision making process. And this process right here, I wasn't a part of none of this. So nah, I'm good on that. And I trust God to continue to see me through. But yeah, let me turn this on. Ain't nothing going on. I got some little ghetto hood canopy weights I had to just concoct. But yeah, so my canopy and stuff won't blow away. But it's surprising how good it feels for it to be the middle of November. Almost feels like a summer day. But so then I had a peculiar dream earlier today, or maybe that was it. I think I had one, then I went back to sleep and I had another one. I had a peculiar dream that I was that dude across the street was driving, or driving a green pickup truck, and he was parking like in front of my door. It was horizontal in front of my door, not vertical like towards the door, but like horizontal, like almost like you blocking something, whether you blocking me from coming out. I don't know what it is, or maybe you know it could be that he was trying to divide some. I don't know what it was, but blocking something. Almost, it wasn't blocking my front door to where I couldn't get out, but it was blocking. It could have been blocking my view if I wanted, if I want to take it like that, or trying to cause some type of hindrance from me getting out my house and stuff like that. Absolutely not. The devil be bound. And so I found myself standing on the top of that, and it must have had like a truck bed or like a cover. I found myself standing on the top of that truck bed, and I was kicking the crap out of that one, that little middle window that they usually have on the pickup trucks if you ride in the back of the truck bed. I was just kicking and kicking and kicking. I never broke it or broke the window or anything, but I was kicking it and letting them know, don't play with me like that. These my ad libs, but still. And as I was standing on there, and I had on like maybe the hat that I have on now, which is a black flower hat. You can't really see it because it's getting dark. But a black flower hat, and I had on some, I don't know what kind of clothes, and I was just letting it be known, like, don't do that. I don't know who you think you are, basically. And I'm not scared of y'all. I'm not whatever. And then I noticed his sister. I know they got the same mama, but they ain't got the same daddy. I noticed his sister coming over, and she had on a white t-shirt, kind of looking studdish and dudeish and like that or whatever. And she had like two French braids, again, kind of studdish type. And it was just in a form that I hadn't, that's not how she looks in real life. She looks more feminine in real life, but she was looking masculine. And she was like, basically like running up saying, what's up, what's up, what's up? And she was like, you know how the thugs or the gangsters like to, like Kevin Hart was saying, they do their hands, pound their fist in one hand or whatever. And she was like, what's up? Like she wanted to square up. And I was like, girl. And so for one, I was at a high place, and I was honestly, if you want to interpret it this way, my enemy was being like a footstool or a place that I could stand on and be at a higher place than this person. And he was coming over like she wanted to fight. And, I started kicking the vehicle and stuff like that. And he never exited the vehicle. I didn't ever see him or anything like that. So in the dream, I just knew it was him. And then there was another part where the other neighbor that's across the street, she was actually in my house. And like that right there, that shocks me because you ain't invited in, honey. But she was actually in my house, and I was talking to her, I guess, and like confiding in her about something and letting her know. And she had her hair hanging down. She has locks, but she had her hair hanging down. And I was just telling her, and I think she looked like she was listening or noting stuff, or either, and could have been taking information, so to take it back to somebody and be messy or drama oriented. And I can almost take all of this from a dream, but it wasn't stated what she was there for, because honestly, she's not somebody that I like, or even at this point in time want to get along with or want to be concerned about, should I say. Just somebody that I want to stay in her place and stay in her lane. So yeah, but boy, that Danny Lay and the baby, oh my goodness. And then Mimi coming in and explaining and sharing some of the other stuff, they got me kind of looking at Danny Lay sideways, which I was already looking at Danny Lay sideways anyway for other reasons, but anyway. But the baby, of course, being from where he's from and stuff like that, I don't know, man, it's just wild. And it just opened my eyes some more. And then I got different perspectives and stuff on it, which, a lot of people had some good valid points. Of course, they don't know the people's business. They just making inferences and trying to be up in their business. But of course, they put their business out here. But it was just crazy. But for him to say she's a certified side B and she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and whatever else. What did he say? What did he say? Of course, calling the cops, and now she got assault charges and this, that, and the third, and all that, or whatever. Of course, she made the yellow bone is what he wants on. And she's not even a yellow bone. She's just a Latino or something like that. And she's not a light skinned black woman, black girl. It's been wild. It's just been shenanigans, and it made me feel a little better because I'm like, oh well, it's not my drama right now, and I don't want. I don't want to say right now like I want drama to come back around because I just despise it. But I was like, so I was kind of like getting my not literal popcorn, but popcorn, and I'm just chilling out. And I'm in the comments like, what? I'm in the comments on people's pages and stuff like that. Like, oh, okay, this is going on. This how y'all doing? So, you know. And then I think I mentioned the other day how how I had um a bloodline perker. I was trying to say a bloodline worker, should I say. I don't even know how that really came to mind, but a bloodline reached out to me, and I was about because of my heart and because, I consider this person a loved one. I wanted to reach back, but I didn't. I'm trying to be real careful these days with not reaching back, not saying nothing if I'm not supposed to, not reaching out, not initiating conversation with nobody that I ain't got no business, and that, because I don't want to have to clean up no messes after that, or I don't even want to have to, you know. So I left it at that. I stayed on silent, left it on red, and I blocked the person because it's like, it was beneficial for what it was beneficial for, and now it's done. And even like when I initially hugged the person, I was receiving something. When I hugged them when they was leaving, I felt pretty much nothing. Like, yeah, don't even try to linger. And so I left it at that, and that's that. Even though I wanted to share some stuff that's been going on with them, whether they get the word back or just whatever the case. But anyway, so that's that. Then I've been having conversations with my sons, especially my older. I done sat down with him and did the introduction to sex ed, me and him for homeschool, and then I've been having conversations with him about stuff that happened in the past regarding me and his dad and how we related. And I just feel like I gotta be honest and let him know. And he's still gonna go up in this world and make certain decisions, but I have to sit and tell him. So we in them times, and I'm going in soon because I don't want this fox to come up and try to bother with me, because if a fox be coming out a little about no sooner than I speak it, be trying to come up here. But I got a surprise for it. I got a surprise for it, baby. I got a nice little stick. I'm gonna bump you up on the head. Oh, so the other thing was for it to be my son's birthday. Found a dead rat in the drive in the drive. Wait a minute, cause I hear like some keys jingling or something. But anyway, found a dead rat in the driveway. My sons did, which my son found it last year. Last year it was my older son who found it. Then this year it was my younger son who found it when he went out. So I just had them go ahead. I'm like, I take it as this. Thank you. I ain't got to do the work. Whoever killed it, they killed it. So I told my older son to go ahead and sweep it out to the street or whatever. So I guess it can continue to get annihilated, ran over, destroyed, whatever. But maybe an animal or whatever killed it and like carried it in the yard or whatever. They took a picture of it so I can put it as a thumbnail if need be. But yeah, that's just crazy that we found those. And it was some rats and stuff trying to get in the house before, starting in 2015 after my dryer caught fire. Rats started getting in, and then I had to block it this year, putting up like this wooden plank, make sure nothing was getting. Well, I think I did it last year, make sure nothing gets in, and it's been like that since. And I haven't had no rats to just be outside. So yeah, that don't have nothing to do with me. And there was other incidences regarding a dead rat and killing rats and stuff like that, and then I was just amazed at what I seen. Um, so yeah, that part, but I know my younger son is going to be concerned about me. I'm going in because it's getting dark. I don't mind sitting out here, because especially it feels good, and I got lights in here if I want, and I can just all out close myself in. But I'm going in because I really just came to get some fresh air, and that's pretty much it. Let's say a couple words on here. It's been almost 30 minutes, but let me see. Is anything else? I don't think we got any other phone calls from anybody regarding my son's birthday, because they know how I am. Don't call me for that. It's traditional stuff. Yeah, show the love, but show the love and give people their flowers while they're alive. Don't try to wait, you know. And I celebrate my kids every day. Even my daughter, even though she's not here, I still love her and I still thank God for her life and every breath she breathes. Period. Um, so, and it's fine to say happy birthday and all that, but you gotta show the. You need to be showing it. It shouldn't just come out your mouth saying happy birthday. You need to be showing the love on a daily basis or a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? And even it was told to me that the biological man that spit me out, into the biological lady's vagina was saying, oh, she needs to tell me when her kid's birthday is. What? What? If I told you once, you need a purpose to remember, or just say forget about it. So I took that as, oh no, I'm not gonna jump through. I'm not jumping through no hoops. You can try to live through your grandkids or make up with your so-called grandkids, what you didn't do with your kids, but how and why when we still alive? So why? I don't got time for that. So yeah, so I hung out with my boys yesterday. It was fine. They liked it. I'm still trying to get my son to kind of not man up, but prepare for manhood. Because even as a teenager, you're a young man. Even now you're a young man, but you know what I'm saying. He's gonna keep on growing and stuff like that. And I want him to be a little more responsible for himself and take better care of himself and be able to speak up for himself and stuff like that. But I'm still here as mama. I got you covered, covered by the blood and covered because I love you and I'm here. But I know, it's kind of scary when they get out from under me. Now, that other one, he wants to get out from under me. He went running and taking off yesterday at a certain park we went to, and he fell. And he looked like, he reminded me of his dad yesterday because he had his hat turned backwards and to the side. And, because that's how his dad wears his hat. And he fell and he didn't get hurt or nothing like that. Well, he said he didn't get hurt. And when he was looking at me, he was reaching out. And I took it again. Sometimes my sons reflect maybe what's going on with their dad. It's in my mind, in my opinion. I'm not saying that God revealed that, but that's strongly what I be feeling. And I started laughing. I wasn't laughing at him, but I was laughing at the fact that he was reaching towards me. He reached his arms a little. He fell and he looked towards me and he reached. But he took off so fast away from me, but he reached. And that reminds me of things like his dad does. Nah, don't reach now. You done took your ass somewhere. You done fail, and that could very well indicate what's going on. But you done fail, and now you reaching, and you didn't even get hurt. You fell, and you didn't even get hurt. You fine. But I think he did mention something about his back. But for one, I'm not. As far as they daddy concerned, I'm not your mama. I'm not your mammy, and I'm not here to replace your mama. Somebody else want to do that and raise you like you another kid for her. Go right ahead. So I'm not doing that. So that's another reason why he just, I guess, didn't like me, because I'm not gonna be your mama. I had my times when I was almost feeling like, oh Lord, this boy right here, he needs help, like a mother. But I never told him call me mommy, mama. No, hell no. Matter of fact, he the one told me call him daddy. And I had to stop doing that because I had to realize, boy, you ain't replace my daddy, you ain't my daddy, and that's just that. You my kid's dad, and I'm not laying up with my dad, so why am I calling you daddy? Anyway, that's how that cookie crumbles. But the way my son was looking, he wasn't crying or anything. He was just reaching and looking dumbfounded and is she gonna get up to help me? It's I'm used to her helping. Yeah, I'm gonna check on you. I'm right here, but to make sure you ain't got no emergency. But I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, y'all, it's dark, dark, dark. It's getting darker, sunset and all that good stuff. It's not the most beautiful, but it's something. But I'm thankful either way. Yeah, that's Bougetto over here. But I'm about to get off of here. I just had a couple things I needed to say. Wanted to get me some fresh air before it's all said and done on my son's birthday before the sun sets. I'm just thankful for another year with him. That's my baby. He's not a baby no more, but that's my baby. That's my baby son, regardless. And I love him, and I'm thankful for his whole life. And I'm glad I didn't abort him. I don't even think I felt the need to abort him. By the time I got to him, I wasn't thinking about abortion. But I'm just thankful. I know other people don't want him here, didn't want him here. I mean, they showed and pretty much told. But some of them people not even walking around here no more. That was used as a pawn to try to, you know what I'm saying? And even this person's mom tried to get involved too. And I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what? So it's a whole lot of gangs out here for real. They be gang, but they do not be for one another. A lot of these gangs be a lot of snakes even towards one another. So I don't get involved, honey. I try to steer clear. Um, just thankful me and his brother could celebrate him and with him. And they seem to have had a decent time. You know, I be feeling like I want something better, more smiles, like beach type stuff and stuff like that. But, you know, it is what it is. This is what I could afford, and barely this, because money definitely ran low. They dad didn't send or release no money this time. What I did get released is some other freaking papers that's trying to tell me to come to court proceedings again. I'm so tired of because of what he's not doing. I hope and pray that they give me a increase, because the bottom line is, you know, I had a job last year, and he's the cause for why I don't have a job this year. And hey, and you're still not my daddy. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You're not considered my man because you're not here with me. You just somebody that I know and knew who fathered children with me, and you know, so anyway. And I ain't kept his kids away from him. He know I haven't. He has stayed away from them. I haven't kept them away. He just have chosen to do his thizzle, thugging and hoeing and whatever else. And whatever, you know, and honestly, he might be doing something more honest, but I don't know. I can't confirm, and I ain't really trying to lay my eyes on him to confirm. I'm trying to chill. I don't want that drama in my life. I don't want, you've been in another household, you try to bring something back over to me. I'm goody, baby. Because you took an extended stay and leave. You know, in my dreams and stuff, and what I interpreted, it started out as me trying to tell him how to maneuver and do this, as far as my daughter's dad was trying to fire shots at him. So that was me helping and trying to benefit and trying to continue to keep us at a place afloat. But it turned into something where I guess his mama sent him somewhere else, and that's where he wanted to remain. So if y'all can see that, the two fingers, the peace sign, deuces. Might catch you on the flip side, might not, because I don't know. I might not want to be on the flip side of whatever you got going on. So yeah. So anyway, I'm about to walk on and mosey on back around here and go in the house. And that's that. Probably come back out tomorrow, but I got stuff to do with them tomorrow. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I don't know. Can't see it. It's so dark. I don't know what they got going on. But yeah, anyway. Feels so good out here. I don't really want to leave. Hold on, I got one more thing I need to check on. So yeah, I'm going in. This is my little light out here. If I wanted lights on, I could turn them on, but I just don't. Oop, that light not bright enough for sure. That one is. That one is. You can get the little, that one going on. And that's how we thugging and living. I'll bring my jacuzzi back out here soon. sooner than later. You out the boo. Why didn't you come around the other side? When I come out and I come this way, come this way. When you come out, you can do that. I'm going in now. That's him running around. It's his birthday today. He popped up on me on the other side. Well, thank you, baby. I'm going in now.